Okay, I'm back, so believe it or not, I guess it wasn't quite at 100%, maybe at 80%, but if I did 80% of battery and doing about, half an hour of video with the flash on so that there's some light, almost killed the battery in my phone. So I got it plugged in, and I can do the bottom shelf here now. So this is economics, of course. That blue one's just a textbook. This one beside it I actually got from the Mises Institute, ordered it. The next one is Sowell's Basic Economics. I believe that's the most expensive book I own. I think it cost me $22 on Amazon. Here's some other stuff from the Mises Institute. There's The Human Action, of course, is Mises' most famous work. There's some more Mises, there's some Hayek. Of course, The Road to Serfdom is his most important book. The Fatal Conceit, of course, is the failure of socialism to predict prices and predict what people want and stuff. There's Henry Hazlitt's book, if you are an ignoramus of economics, or you're not that interested in economics, but you want to be still considered an educated person, you must at least have this book on your shelf and read it. Henry Hazlitt's Economics in One Lesson. You have to have that. And I guess that's a second copy there. Free to Choose by Freeman is good. All his TV series is also good. There's some other stuff. There's Rothbard in there, and there's some books on the law by this guy, which I haven't touched. Some other stuff. Oh, this is okay. These two books. Let me just see what's up here. The Great Depression. Pierre Burton is a Canadian author. There's another copy of Milton Freeman. So these two books here, the Freeman's Library and The Bubble, these both came also from the Laissez book company, or book club. The Freeman's Library is actually, it is a book with a collection of descriptions of other books, like it's a book review book, I guess. It's got tons of books in there, I guess you just look up the video that I talked about it, because I don't know, but that's an interesting one you should have a look at. Here's some other ones on the ground here. There's Rand's Capitalism and Anarchy. I have 2 copies of that, the new one and the older one. Alan Greenspan's got a chapter in there, which is interesting. The Ron Paul, The Case for Gold, returning the gold standard, of course, for currency. And there's Rothbard's Man, Economy, and the State. This is one of his important books. So I think it was this one, Bastiat's book, When You Saw one shelf ago, and this one, Mises' Human Action, $40 on Mises Institute, Mises.org. It's a good buy. There's Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. Some stuff in there. England, History of Canada Wealth, History of the USSR Wealth. There's Medieval Economy. Here's stuff about traders in Canada, Canadian history. This one, The Economy of Cities is interesting. I talk a bit about that one in another video. Just look that one up, by Jacobs. Here's a couple by Galbraith. Galbraith is definitely a socialist economist, mid-20th century. There's 3 of his books there. Some kind of pamphlets on Mises. Medieval Economy. Mercantilism was an early regulatory economic structure, kind of similar to what we have now, with guilds and trade regulations and all that. Some more books on traders. That one too in there. And some business type books. There's a book on farming. Merchants of Grain talks about how grain was traded. Also foreign trades, like trading a ton of grain, American grain, to the Russians in the mid-20th century, which caused a bit of a ruckus because they didn't know what was happening. I guess the Americans didn't know that transaction went. Some other stuff on, I know that one family's journey, I think, is on logging business, a forestry business. The Tycoons is on a bunch of American tycoons. some other ones there, and there's some at the top here. Controlling interest, profiting, the crown. And I think, so that's it for that bookcase.